talk to so many women that, and men, but a lot of women that are exactly where you just said. They're really trying to figure out, they have a curiosity about this, but they're not fitness fanatics. They really want to know, how do I make the first step? It feels very overwhelming, so I give up before I've begun. Having an accountability buddy simply means what it sounds like, but you have to actually practice it. We will go to the gym. Maybe I want to run 1 mile on the treadmill, and I know that after half a mile, I get lazy, and it sounds really a lot more appealing to hop off and go text in the locker room. I'm going to make a commitment that at the end of that mile, I'm going to take a picture of the dashboard of the treadmill, and I have somebody that is waiting for me to send that to them. It is a small tactic, but it makes a huge difference.
That is a great idea. I'm gonna be accountable to you this weekend. Is that okay?
Oh yeah,
because we're gonna see each other for yoga tomorrow morning.
We sure are.
Okay, you're gonna hold me to not going off the rails.
Right. Another thing we do that I think is quite brilliant, and I'm very glad that I figured it out because it took me a while. We redefined our date night. So we used to go out, and when we got married, everybody said, make sure you take date night. It's so important to take couples time. And when we had a kid, they're like, make sure you have alone time. So we would do it. We would get dressed up. We'd go out to dinner.
Right.
We'd spend a ton of money. We'd eat calories we totally regretted. And we'd come home being like, all right,
that wasn't so fun.
Glad we did that.
Right.
Finally, we realized, we have to go out for client dinners all the time. Maybe we don't want to go out for more dinner. Maybe that's not what we missed doing when we had a son was we missed running races together.
Yeah.
So we started flipping the script and hiring a babysitter from 6 to 10 a.m. on Saturdays instead of 6 to 10 p.m.
That's a great idea.
And all of a sudden, we were able to pursue our hobbies together again. And that's really what we missed. But what a great opportunity, And then on the way home, we stop at the diner. We have some healthy egg whites, a little grown-up conversation, call it a day.
Love that. Yeah, that's a great idea. My body's burning at the hospital, so it's very kind of scientific.
Oh, interesting.
I'm burning much more than I thought. So now I know that I can eat much more. And that's an interesting experience because it's counter to what I've always done, which is to try to eat as little as possible. Now I'm eating, and it feels good to be full.
Well, it does feel good to be full. And I think it's my office mates, sometimes they look at me in wonderment because I'm back and forth to the kitchen all day because I eat every 2 hours at least.
Jamie's on.
There's no shame in my game. I'll ping pong back and forth all day because I don't want to get to a point where I'm hungry and I make a bad choice. I'm eating little amounts. I'm eating foods that are healthy. I also grew up suffering with an eating disorder. My entire life was about punishment. Mm-hmm. You ate this, now you can't eat dinner. You had this, now no dessert. My entire nutritional philosophy is about reward, and it is about giving myself what I need, and it's also about loving the feeling of putting nourishing foods in my body. So like I said before, I have no problem with having a couple of cookies after a jog. I'm going to share them with my family. That's great. But I'm not eating a cookie with, white sugar and flour. I'm eating something with rolled oats and agave, and it's nourishing. I feel good about putting it in. So that's really what I focus on.
There is a spiritual quality to food. I find that some foods make my spirit feel good. And let's talk about planning for exercise. So Jamie, you're the go-to gal for exercise. How often do you work out?
Every day.
Okay. And when do you plan your week's worth of workouts? Or do you just wake up in the morning and say, I feel like this?
I definitely do not just wake up in the morning and say, I feel like this. We plan it out very, very succinctly on the weekends because it really, for us, comes down to childcare. It comes down to a lot of things. And it comes down to, anytime I leave it up to chance, it's probably not going to happen. So I happen to know that I'm a morning workout person. I enjoy the mornings. That is when I'm most energized. If I have to work out after work, it is like dragging a 1,000-pound bag of rocks to the gym.
Painful.
I will get there if I have to, but it is not preferable. So I set myself up for success. I do everything that I can in my power to get myself to the gym in the mornings. I work out a schedule with my husband. I like to keep my workouts. I really, really like Barry's Boot Camp. It happens to be my favorite workout, so I do it a lot. But I also like to switch my workouts up because I like to have some variety. I like to do about 75% high intensity and then 25% restorative, like yoga. I feel like it's really important for my brain.